There's agreement in the literature about the origin of Afrikaans. Afrikaans started out as a necessity for people to communicate. So when the Dutch first came, and then they met with Khoi and San people, and the Dutch didn't bother to learn Khoi or San. It's the Khoi and the San people who tried to learn Dutch. And so the Dutch grammar or language formed the matrix. So it's like the blueprint on which the language is based.
Okay.
But the language was formed here in the southern tip of Africa by those people who first met one another. And later on, the Afrikaans, yes. So Afrikaans first was Pidgin, then it became a Creole. When people start using the language from birth in the family in different domains, then it starts becoming a language in its own right. So what happened with Afrikaans is, so any language has different varieties of language. You get urban English, you get Cape English, but there are also standardized versions of language.
Okay.
So what happened in the case of Afrikaans is that a certain section of the population, those who refer to themselves as Afrikaners, standardized the language, right?
Okay.
And then they
basically patented it.
They wrote the grammar books,
right.
and they wrote the spell reels and so forth, and then their version of language became the one that is has status. And so the people out of whose mouths this language actually was born. Remember, then you also had the indentured slaves and the Malaysians who were brought in, and what they brought with them also added to the richness of the language. Okay. So, like pisang is not a Dutch word. Okay. You know, baie is not a Dutch word. So all of that adds into the mix. Afrikaans. The first book written in Afrikaans using the Arabic script was the Quran.
Okay.
So Ahmad David is the one that you need to refer to. So this is not my specialization. It's not my specialization in linguistics, but this much I have learned, and I feel that the people who speak the non-standard version, not the standaard, I have such a big problem.
I love the onderronding. I don't even van die oorronding, but when you get to work, you need to, and we spoke about jobs earlier on.
Yes.
You need to behave in a certain way, speak in a certain way. What I say is, ek like Kallard Afrikaans praat.
Hulle oorrond sê. Ek het so leer Afrikaans praat, hoor.
Yeah.
Now, for me it's a problem that I cannot speak authentically Cape Afrikaans because I grew up learning a different version of Afrikaans. What I don't want people to do is to internalize, which is what has been happening, to internalize this feeling of inferiority. You are not inferior. Your version of the language is actually the more authentic version.
All right.
Why is it that the Dutch companies want to have Cape Afrikaans speakers doing the phone, the tele things? So there's no such thing as suiwer Afrikaans.